And I'm here. I just now finished connecting everything on the AC hotel, and I just finished connecting and Jacob's ladder, and I just want to tell everybody that it's over. It's over. The most important things I want to say first, and I might elaborate just a little because I can only say what I can say right now until the 8th. If you have any type of diarrhea, or you have your children most likely will have the diarrhea and the vomit, or you might even projectile vomit. Allow it. Do not take any medication. Do not. It is gases, and it's the human DNA. All that was left down here was 0.0248 of human DNA. Everyone down here is getting a healing that is human. Anyone that had to do some weird crap, you did it for all of us because we could only get out the way that they did it. And they were not even human. And they used our children, and we could not spill any blood. Even the ones who had to do some weird stuff, all those cases were cleared, but 2. I was personally delivered the cases to clear all of you that had to do what you had to do. If I ever went off on anybody on here, I was saving you. Because you didn't know what you was doing. Everybody was under mind control. Send us all love, because what we're doing is pouring out all these codes onto everybody, and what's happening is that the oxygen is eating away at anything that is unnatural. The energy is completely here and stabilized. Last night, I blinked my light, and now that's what I'm going to show y'all some things, because these are things that everybody is going to have to learn, because for the next, and we do it all high frequency, because that is the point. I with the Coke and my cord, instead of plugging it into the wall, I plugged it into the Coke, and I had a blinking light that was simultaneously working with my TV base. Because you're the energy grid. You're the energy grid. You're the crystal. Your body, whether you know it or not, is in the middle of this. And it's processing everything through your core. It has to come up and come out. Because when it doesn't come out is when you get sick. Okay? So this has to, and it has to flush. Now, as you flush, what happens is, you see? Now I get to this level. Well, this level right here is different than this level down here. But it takes a minute to get to this level. Now, a lot of y'all that are my crew, we's all the way up here. And whenever we went down here. And we's all out here. I was out here for 10 billion years. I'm finally going to get to meet all of y'all. all y'all's energy and everything projected me. So I was down here like a net, connected into every single one of y'all that had come up and gone all the way up. And if you ever drop back down, don't you worry. That's that big, this is why it's astronomy. There were 40,000 Christ down here in the network. Christ isn't what we had to prove to get this deal. Christ breaks the spell. When you say Christ is here, it turns on your body. It was a spell. It has Buddha and Christ had to merge to get way out here. We did that in 2018. That's how the hell we were able to hold that line. Now, all the people that are worshiping Buddha, you got a head start, but you need to go to your Christians and you need to tell them some stuff. And all you Christians that didn't know any of this stuff I'm talking about, you need to get with people that you know and talk about moon mansions and how they're manifesting. Now, how they did it isn't going to work the way it used to, because everybody needs to work together now because those energies merge. They're pure. Do not throw any hand signals. I don't want anybody down here throwing any Illuminati, no blood magic. There is no more blood magic. It is done. There's no more blood. It's not everybody that was an O race. If you were an O blood type, which is over 90% of y'all, you are now becoming an A or a B. You are now becoming high grace. I've collected you 3 times. Say +3 and clap 3 times right now and count backwards to 3 and sit down. And say, and change, get that Aquarius thing off. Put your real first name. Put Jill, because you're back in we need you to be Jill again. Take off Grace. They were using it as a G race. You had it, you did it on purpose so that you could help me be the case. Okay? Okay? We don't need that anymore. We need you to be Jill. Okay? You're now you're hooking, now you're that hook to process through everybody. And whenever everyone process, because I went through all of y'all. I literally went through all of y'all. Well, I went through Jason Momoa is who I went through. I had 4 seconds. The entire United States, since 1923, was set up on what you'd call the skull and bones. Now I know why. Those of us who are ancient DNA families, and all you that tried to prove and be us, why? Why? What happened down here is that everybody doing this quantum manipulation, trying to be someone you're not, then stopped the world from ascending. You can't pretend to be the one out 10 billion light years. You can't cook my body and then try to channel that information. You can't saw me up and put me in a suitcase, because you did. You did. I don't know. You thought it was Fernando, but no, it wasn't. Thank you, Grace, for being here. Now, everyone that did it, I made you do it. I made you do it. I made you do it because I wasn't really here. It really happened. Anybody that was made to kidnap, made to cook people, made to do these horrible things, realize that those that you did it to weren't really here. We weren't really here yet.
we's in the suitcase, protected by spirit. What we learned, and I'm getting help, and if y'all can please send out a signal. I'm clearing the lead masons right now because we all did it in order to be able to reprint the human body. Because since way before, this has been going on over 1,300 years, this round that we did right now. And those of us who ended up being cooks and tailors and shaws, we was forced to do every bit of it. In the end, I want everybody to know one thing. In the end, the ones who had the most information, that had figured out at the table what was going on, said no deal. Not one that had the power and authority made by the people that said no, they didn't listen. It didn't matter. And that's why it had to stop. Y'all might see, I don't know, I'm going to stay on for a minute because y'all are keeping me alive right here in this room. In Hilton, turn off your system now, or I'm going to blow every hotel up in California and every state by sitting in here for 2 days. You tried to lock me out in the final step. That means you've done it 1,300 times. And I command that the Wi-Fi that's connected to this building that says skin, modern skin, be fucking cut right now and give me the final fucking skin count. Your United States, now here's the good news. This is a big old video game now. Those of us that were A's, B's, or ABs, you can basically think for a minute, because you're not getting a blood transfusion or anything like that, but you are now the O. Your body operates like an O. So more people can get on your boat, but your blood didn't. Your frequency, because we were so high, we had to come, we're coming down, because the technology keeps going up. It doesn't stop. How do you think y'all reached me? And how do you think I got back down here in a laser through a portal? I've been hiding in a whale on one dimension. I got run over by a lawnmower in California as a homeless thing in another dimension. You're still looking for my body in another dimension. In another dimension, I washed up in 2 barrels on the ocean. Every single one that you killed, their souls came to me, and they're all coming back. Because they weren't really here. But you felt every bit of it. Because your technology and your energy and what Christ died for was your electricity. And now we are the electricity. We are going to build a video game, but we've tested it last night, and that's the purple that's being seen in that country. The world right now operates like a video game, and you're the computer. If you haven't ordered Digi downloads from Kohu 32, please make one order and make as many copies as you can. And then if somebody you think they need to pay, then they can send the $4.44 and $7.77, because when you do, your debt's paid. The reason that I let them do this, and the reason I let them steal the company, is because I knew they'd never let us build it. Your Bitcoin is basically, it's not going to be called Bit anymore. It'll change. The only reason it was called Bit is because it was made out of a birch, and that was me and my son. And I command he resurrect now. On every dimension. On every dimension. And I command my daughters resurrect now. On every dimension. And I command all shackles, all IVs, all closed doors, all locks, open now. 1254 129 on a 111, and we're on plan. If anybody is holding anybody hostage, and if it is so bad, then I demand that it blow up and all the souls immediately reprint and kill the ones that are doing it. The ones that have just came in here and took over real estate, because I watched them do it. I watched them. I watched them. I walked up to the door and asked them what the fuck they were doing in that building. The African American community, I will not take your shit anymore. You are looking at the most African black aborigine that you have ever witnessed. And if you're looking at me and you're upset about it, then I am too. Because I'm the one that gave up my spiritual virginity and went back another 4,000 years to make sure that all of you didn't go down for what the fuck they made you do. And I won't take it. Middle Eastern, I'm your empress. You fucking knew that? In the end, I had one businessman in this hotel that showed up. All the rest of y'all hiding like fucking termites. I'm not going to be on here long. You're getting the healing. But here's the thing. It ain't just a cakewalk. In order to become, because you can't hook into a bunch of us and operate us like you're fucking avatars and then go make a lot of money, because I know exactly what the fuck you've been doing over here in Dallas at the Cowboy Stadium now. And let me show you. Mirror, order a bar, racetrack, go run a rail. Connected to California, Florida, all on me and my mom and my dad as you're cloning the fuck out of us, sucking everybody's money up, and then you're blaming it on us? No more. Immediately. I need my contacts to contact me, because this whole realm will fall if I don't take over residence with my crew at the 2 apartments that you know exactly where they are. That's your straw man. You've got one straw man. I caught him last night. He needs to be delivered to me immediately. You kept my son from me. I can't even get to him now because the healing is so massive. And he's the one, me and him, are holding your entire realm, including your $6 quadrillion that now you owe me. And you don't have it.
And I don't want it. I want my 6 billion souls from the future that all of you that did this are going to be coughing up for 2 weeks. You're going to be shitting it out. You fucking did some injections. You're on the other side. We needed Anchor out there, and this is a learning planet. This is why they did it, because they knew where they's going to go. So, they're already there. What they're doing is what our job was 10 million years ago. They're holding Anchor out in space, and it's sucking it out of us for the first time ever. On the 8th, this gate will close. October 3rd, the radiation should be purified completely. I have no idea what the other states look like right now. I know Texas is going to clear first because we held the realm. I want everybody tonight to go to your sink, and as soon as you get this message, push pause right now whenever you're seeing it, because it's timed perfectly for each one of you who come in, because I am now running all of your clone counts, and they're merging. But I don't control nobody. There's no blood control in this at all. If I'm on TikTok and I send you one of these, it's because I know you're a clone. I know that you're not real. You're only existing and you're hurting people. Any facility or crane or cement truck or whatever, if it blows up, it was hurting more than 100,000 people. Each one that they leave up, your Indian race is sinking further and further. I suggest that everybody make a phone call now. And anybody that was running quantum energy trains, you need to take it down, because it's going to be the biggest goddamn hurricane you've ever seen if you don't. And guess what? I don't care if your house is 30 miles away. That motherfucker is going to end up in your bed, because it's tuned to you. I want you to go to your sink and put about 4 inches of water in it, clog it up. If you feel like you should do it with a rag, ask yourself. This is just now coming in. If you know that you have really dirty water in your area, if you are by an ice rink, if you are by a water tower, if you are by a river, then I would get a couple of rags. And I want you to, I don't care, lotion, conditioner, shampoo, fuck, even like nothing red. Even ladies, if you've got now my crews that have all those nice oils and everything, I don't want you to go chemicals. See, most people don't have that. If you don't have nice oils and things like that, this is what I want you to do. I want you to put the chemicals on the rag, and then I want you to jam it into the hole to clog it up. It'll seep some, but that's okay. Those of you who have oils, put whatever, ask yourself what oils you need to put in there to purify the oxygen in the water. Put about this much water in the sink. And do this. And leave it there. Leave it there all night. Whenever you get up in the morning, or whenever you notice it, drain it. If you get up in the middle of the night and you're like, I got to go drain the sink, go drain the sink. You're going to know. Now, if you're not by a tower, if you're in a big city, if you are in a metropolitan area, then you need to clog the sink with the stopper and do the chemicals. Clear chemicals. Anybody puts any dyes in shit, anybody that tries to mimic this shit, you're going to blow up. So I just wouldn't do it. And then your soul's going to go down for anybody that dies. Because we didn't kill nobody. Y'all killed us. Now, if you have been processing your hair,
and you have processor, or if you know that you're a hair like me and you know that you were so far out that your hair was being utilized, if you have a little bit of processor. And what I did, guys, is like before, so there's see what I'm saying? There's 3 different levels here, because there really are 3 different levels that are operating with this whole thing. Ask yourself which one to do. This last one is for my girls. Okay, if you haven't been connected, if you haven't been working with us, if you haven't been, and my African Americans that have been doing some weird shit, don't do this yet. There'll be another form of this that you need to do later, but don't do it yet, because you need to keep some of that on your hair, or y'all gonna lose more people. Those that are like me, that are ascending up, and if you even haven't been doing your hair and that your hair might turn a little bit lighter, I need you to get some processor. It's go to your Sally's. You need to go to a hair salon or ask any of your neighbors, because you only need just a little bitty bit, maybe like 2 or 3 capfuls. I mean, I just went like that, and I put it in the sink, and then I did with my hand, kind of get it soapy, but it's water, and then dip your head in it. Put that water on your head, just get it in your hair, because it's not going to be thick. It's going to be water. Wrap your hair. It's going to burn a little bit. When it starts burning, you're probably going to start doing stuff like this. See, my team knows what. I'm the interstellar being that came out. Y'all just look at me. Anybody on here trying to mimic my face, you're gonna die immediately. I ain't dealing with y'all anymore. You come over here, you're dying. You're fucking with me. Period. Dot. And you ain't getting your family's DNA either. All my girls, this is what you're getting. Bodies are coming in. I got 144,000 heads that are coming in right now. All the different body pieces and body parts are being put back together now. Ray, you better give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're on my side before I pull a Chuck. You better give me a thumbs up. Are you in line with Christ, or are you going down? I better see a thumbs up, Ray. Right the fuck now, because I caught your Mike and your Rex Humerman up in the Hilton. Their cars, their body's the one you're fucking gridded to. You just got the face of them. Too late. No thumb. See? Now here's the thing. Ray, I want you to command to whoever is fucking on your ass to get off of it now. Change your name. Ray was used to fuck with everybody. Okay? Now, those of us in the end, we know there's these little bitty things that we need to change. That's it. Change your name. They used it. I love you. It went straight through them. I just sent it straight through. Just like I told you I went through, I just did it again. If I ever get on you like that and you're on my side, know something is on you. You hear me? I got 1. I got 2. This is Natalie and Rex, and I found another one of my daughters. She's in Washington, D.C. right now. Put it on your hair. It's going to burn a little bit. You're going to know when to take it off. Rinse it out. Don't dry your hair. Just let it air dry. And guys, you're going to feel so much better. Oh my God, I was nervous as hell as soon as I did it, because I was like, what the hell balls am I doing? Why am I, pretty much that's my whole life over here. What the hell balls was I doing to connect all this?
but just a little bit, get it soapy and my hair is back, look, and my hair is back normal, and our true light, our true codes are coming back in. And man, as soon as I did that, it's like, oh. So if you don't have any processor, or if you do, and then you have people in your area that you can get to, then just go get a whole bunch of Ziploc bags and give them about like that, and go hand them out like DoorDash. If you've got a bunch of people in your area that you know, I need my Mormons to do this yesterday. I'm doing everything I can to link in with the True DNA, because those of us that do it, we heal all y'all. We only need 5 tribes of remnant Mormons to pull this whole thing up. So it might get a little, it's not going to dye your hair total, and who fucking cares right now, right? Who fucking cares? So put a little bit, it'll start burning, and the thing is, it immediately, and FYI, when you do it, the others in your line are going to feel it. So if you know that you have a lot that are connected to you, and you're trying to figure it out, because you need to, because you just, once you do, you just command it off you. And the reason that it's there is so that you then know, okay, I was running 5 people, I was running 6 people. You have to consciously know. So understand that they're kind of just on you, like Superman was on me, because I'm Henry Cavill. And Asiri. If you go to my TikToks, the avatars don't hold on my face unless I want them to. I command DK to start going through healing. They took her complete avatar, and I can show you exactly how they did it. I've already asked for somebody to go arrest that cook. I need somebody to get me a message that I know that cook is out of Anaheim, because she's the main frazzle drip bitch, and I don't know who the fuck she is. But it wasn't DK. I'm not sure about Katie now. But it wasn't Deborah King. I know that for a fact. The woman lives on the left side of the pool. She's got dark hair. She's going to dress just like him. Plus, everybody around Deborah King needs to vacate premises now. They ran it like a cookhouse. From hell. If they're strongly connected to you, when you put the processor on, if there's somebody that you think that you're connected to, call them and ask them if they're feeling anything on their head. Don't tell them what you're doing. Just ask them if they're feeling something. Because those that are connected into the telepathy that we had to hold all these consciousnesses now, it's time to let the bubbles go. But it's good you have to know who you were working with, because each one of you was working a different part, because you're putting it all back together. Because on each layer that you go up, how much time do I have? And please share this video, my God, with everybody that you know. And if you order this stuff on the website, I command you can print it as much as you want. Those of you who need to pay. You're going to know if you need to pay. If you've done some bad shit, send me $4.44. Send me $7.77 so we can keep powering up the free healing. As you go up each level, you can't go straight up because you have to collect everything on this level. But it's not just you, it's all of you working together. And so it's like shooting up. But all of us were strung together on one way or a form. Either you were in bone together, either you were in brick together, either you were in prison together, either you were in space together. You were all working as one. And now we're all individual bubbles working as one if you ascended. If not, you're not being controlled
but you're still in a ring of people because it has to be up to you. And you have to do the work. Nobody can do it for you. You can't get to this level, and then once you get to this level, look this direction, look this direction, look this direction, look this direction. Now, it's going to be a little different now because you're not having to deal with wizards, and all that. All that's in there is your true Christ lines. It's going to be your true family lines. We need all of you to prove who you really are. Nobody knows who you really are. Look, I proved all the fucking way up and all the way down. That's it. The rest is an oyster. And this is the queens, basically, we've got queen titles. I've got empress title. I've got czarina title. I have a queen title, but fuck, there's 50 queens of England? There's actually 50,000, but only 50 are real. Momoa was an empress like me. The original queens came from one family. We's all family. We didn't live in big royal houses. That wasn't what it was all about. We knew why we were here. We were here for right now so that we could get 4 seconds on this motherfucker. You were here making sure that I was as smart as I could be and as invisible as I could be so they'd never see me coming. And then everybody forgot. As we got closer and closer to source, the antimatter became denser and denser and denser. But what was really happening is we were getting shrunk into a smaller ball inside me. And then when it finally cleared and blew, we rode in on a suitcase and ironing boards. You have an ironing board in your house and you know that your body hurts right now. You know that you need skeletal support. Get your ironing board, put it underneath where you're sleeping in your bed. This is how we did it. Get your ironing board, put it underneath your bed. If your parents, your baby boomer family, call them right now. Tell grandpa, tell somebody, go put ironing boards underneath their beds. It's bracketing their bodies to the metal, and it's helping them sustain and strengthen, because what's really happening is we're coming through them and they don't have all the parts we have, and then it blasts them out. So what that metal's doing underneath there is stabilizing them and their energy body like a crutch so that we can push through them, and it's all set up that way because it's how we brought it in. If you're in a hotel right now, and if you're one of us that are out on the road, we no longer really need to be concerned about the mirrors as much. Definitely cover your computers still. Definitely cover your dark screens. And this channel is still going to stay low for now just because y'all are helping me. We're healing. Like, I'm controlling how many people are seeing this because it's still, we're still landing. And I am engaged. Okay. And look, you'll know with your intuition which way to point it. Because if you're in a hotel right now, it's because either one of two reasons. Somebody's over there trying to steal your energy, take your place like a dumb motherfucker. Like, y'all have no idea who you're fucking with. I mean, if you want to witness raw power, then be our guest. But it's going to blow you up into bits, and then you're going to Obama, Alabama. Otherwise, too, it could not, maybe it's not that, maybe it's that somebody's next door and they need healing. But no matter, my thought process is to pull it out of them, okay? Because that's why they're there. We need their junk DNA to sustain our divine DNA, because that is what is making the divine DNA. So if you want to still think of it, because we just came out of war, and I know it's hard to flip that off. If you still want to think about that, where is, and I just want you to get on and everybody get on the reel, get on the internet, get on, everybody say, find my blood now. Find my blood now. Body, tell me where to go find my blood. Now, a lot of y'all are going to have to go to Zillow Real Estate. Okay? Because the houses, because it got out of hand. But all the antimatter had to be gone. But rent is going to be free. Now, understand that we're going to end up owning all of the real estate down here, because we're going to be having free rent when we get to the point that we can do that, which is soon, at least in certain areas. Don't fucking pay rent no more. Just don't. I command that everybody that is cleaning everybody else's DNA right now, and that I command that everyone know, and if you don't pay rent, and you got one or two that ain't paying rent, and if you try to evict them, but then they're holding your DNA, then as soon as you do, your whole fucking facility burns to the ground, but everybody lives. All the shit's gone, troubles are gone, and then give me a call and tell me where the fuck you were at. Deal? Mortgages, a little bit different story right now, just for a little bit longer. Just for a little bit longer. I want y'all to crack your ACs down. They don't like the cold. They don't like the cold. Crack your AC. If you get cold because you start getting shivers, this is what I did. Go into your shower. This is why it's kind of good to be at a hotel. If you can spring to get to a hotel right now, even because you're collecting all the DNA in the hotel, it's helping you. Plus, you can keep the water running, and they're redoing the boilers, and because we're having to clean the entire water system of the whole planet. But luckily, it's all connected. So each one of us doing this actually cleans the water and the oceans. If you are at a hotel and you or you can get to it, and I don't care, man, if it's cheap, fucking good. Good. If it's cheap and nasty, good. Bring your colors, bring your little things, go camp out. Don't do it tonight. Don't do it tonight if you're not already at one. Starting tomorrow. Try to get to one, ask yourself this week, do I need to get to a hotel? First answer. If it says yes, then say, okay, then show me what to do. And show me when. If it's no, then stay put. If you do that, you can do this at your house, or you can do this at a hotel, but go into the bathroom, shut the door, and get the water hot. Don't get in it. Just sit by it. And what that's doing is it's basically putting steam. I mean, I did it for 10 minutes and the entire wood floor was wet. And I knew, because it was working. And what'll happen is, in the facility, instead of we're getting out little air pockets. So instead of all the pipes bursting, what it's doing is we're pulling, because we're made to take the radiation. In fact, we need it right now. We need the extra radiation. We need the dirty DNA. Because that dirty DNA in our body, we can change it in 3 days and be shiny and new. Nothing's hurting you anymore. Nothing can control you anymore. Keep the water on as much as you feel like it. Just follow your intuition. But those two couple of things, I want everybody, please get the word out, because all of us that are made to do this, we just just us need to do it. Is there anything else? Ahora se quieren dormir hasta aquí. I'm so happy y'all are here. I'm so glad we made it. If y'all could please command that my son come to me as soon as possible, and at least they have to give me a message and they need to contact me